Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos un día más. Hoy vamos a continuar con The Council, donde lo habíamos dejado en el último día, ¿vale? Que es en el embarcadero de la mansión de Lord Mortimer. Teníamos que buscar pistas, o sea que vamos allá. Vale. Habíamos dejado aquí y creo que efectivamente aquí teníamos algo para buscar. La jalea real restaura 2 puntos de esfuerzo. No puedes llevar más de 5 encima. Pulsa 1 para usarlo. Muy bien. Objeto añadido al inventario. Ah, mira. Mortimer. Jalea real, vale. Restaura 2 puntos de esfuerzo. 1. Elixir dorado. Cura las 2 alteraciones negativas. Brojo. Recupera temporalmente la inmunidad y penalidades que afectan 2 selecciones. Vale, bueno, supongo que esto lo irán explicando igualmente, así que creo que por aquí no nos quedó nada por coger. Vamos a hacer un repaso rápido. Veo nada. No parece que haya nada. Y por aquí diría que tampoco, ¿verdad? No nos deja... ¡Epa! Mira, aquí algo se nos había quedado. Vale. Monedas de colección. Vale. Monedas perdidas en la mansión de Lord Mortimer. O sea que es como que hay coleccionables también. Bueno. Desde luego no va a ser a lo que le demos prioridad. Así que vamos allá.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Y por aquí no nos dejan avanzar, ¿no? Sí, a ver. No se puede. Vale, aquí tenemos algo más. Más jalea real, vale.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Habilidades. Tus habilidades te darán acceso a acciones y elecciones exclusivas a cambio de puntos de esfuerzo. Cuanto más alto sea el nivel de una habilidad, menor será el coste en puntos de esfuerzo. Vale. Pensamos que tal vez su madre estuvo aquí. ¿Hay algún testigo? ¿Ha encontrado algo? Vale. No tenemos habilidad, entonces de momento no podemos poner esto. Pues, ¿hay algún testigo?
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Vale, esto es por pistas, no podemos. Me entregaron nuevamente el pañuelo, manipulación. Ah, bueno, mira, podemos coger esto y zanjemos pues el asunto, a ver.
Pass me the handkerchief.
But sir, my orders were to give it to my master.
Uy. A ver. Personajes. Bueno, supongo que simplemente será que nos cuenta esto. ¿Verdad? Porque rasgos nada, talentos tampoco. Esto por lo que veo igual tiene progresión para ir subiendo. Vale. Es como igual a medida que lo vamos utilizando en el propio juego, igual a lo mejor va subiendo, ¿verdad? Efectivamente, cantidad de usos. Vale, y supongo que cuando alcancemos esos requisitos, subiremos de nivel el talento. Vale. Pañuelo de Emily.
Refusing to give me my own mother's personal belongings? Even though she was greatly looking forward to meeting your master, she's gone missing. And you seem incapable of finding her.
Oh, but sir, please.
And to top it all off, you refuse to give me the handkerchief that she so often let me use? Do I deserve such little consideration in your eyes? Is that what you wish me to report to your master?
No, certainly not, sir. Please forgive me, sir. I have been such an idiot. Here you are.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Vale, mantén pulso la rueda para deprisa, vale. Personaje revelado, sirviente. Vale, sirvientes, vulnerabilidad, manipulación, por descubrir. Todos los sirvientes de Mortimer ocultan su rostro tras una máscara, que se desconoce el verdadero motivo. Es un tema de conversación recurrente entre los invitados. Vale. Bueno, vemos que aquí hay cositas para coger, a ver.
Latin inscription.
Inscripción en latín.
En necis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Translate.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Inmunidad descubierta, vale, muy bien, a ver. Diario. Hills. Lord Mortimer. Inmunidad. Pinchas aquí pero no te pone nada, ¿no? Vale, pues antes de seguir por ahí, que tiene pinta que tendremos que ir por ahí, ya estoy viendo que aquí hay algo que brilla. ¿Vale? Vamos a ver que no nos dejemos. Mira, hay más cosas. Vale, vale.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
Vale, cogemos la barra, la dejamos. Vamos a coger la barra, igual nos puede servir como arma.
This might just come in handy.
Vale, barrimelo.
A sack of seeds.
Saco de semillas.
No one seems to have used any.
No parece relevante. Aquí no hay nada que hacer. El cubo nada.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special.
¿Qué me vais a hacer? ¿Pasear por aquí y no hay nada útil? A ver.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
A examinar las cartas.
Let's look.
Para el señor Cal Corey.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Para el señor R. Galbraith.
Address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Vale. Ideogramas escritos en el sobre.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
No tenemos la habilidad todavía.
I haven't the slightest idea what it says. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the order sent some envoys there.
Vale, y examinar las otras cartas. Madre mía. Phoebe Hoeven.
Probably a Dutchman.
Giovanni Angelico, el cardenal.
This
A
envelope
ver,
is meant for the Vatican.
no dice nada. Conozco este nombre.
Apparently this letter is meant for Pope Pius VI, born Giovanni Braschi. I wonder which one of these people was influential enough to write to the Pope in person.
Vale, señor Samuel Ritter de Ochoa.
Probably a Dutchman.
HB de la Paz.
Address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
Y volver a las primeras cartas. Vale. En teoría ya está todo, ¿no? Entiendo que están todas investigadas. No sé por qué lo siguen marcando, pero
Let's see what's hidden inside.
no hay nada más para... ¿no?
Let's look.
No, no tenemos nada más. No tenemos nada más, así que nos apartamos. Y hay que seguir buscando, pues. Igual cuando tengamos nuevos talentos podemos venir y descubrir algo más. Bueno, pues nada. Avanzamos, pues. A ver qué hay por aquí. Esto es...
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Va, pero no podemos hacer absolutamente nada, ¿no? Pues... A ver.
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
Vale, no nos dejan subir mientras no averigüemos. O sea que deberíamos de poder venir por aquí, entiendo. Quizá por aquí encontremos algo. Ah. Monedas de colección.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
Vale, antes de forzar vamos a examinar.
Somebody replaced it recently, but looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here.
Agilidad, nada. Pues vamos a utilizar la barra, a ver.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Manuscritos. Los manuscritos te permiten instruirte durante tu aventura. Al comienzo de cada misión puedes seleccionar tus lecturas para conseguir puntos de habilidad permanentes. Vale, puntos de habilidad. Esto es importante. Entonces entiendo que habrá distintos por la isla. Y esto nos da habilidades. Vale.
Let's look inside the bag.
Manuscritos. Vale, encontrarlos directamente nos da el punto sobre X cosa, en este caso ciencias. Perfecto.
A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder.
Vale, examinamos la comida.
Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. Bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days.
Vale, examinamos efectos personales.
Those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. What does all this mean?
Llave oxidada.
An iron key completely rusted.
Cogemos la llave.
You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Vale, examinamos la
The
polvera.
bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her. Crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother?
Vale, hemos encontrado pistas ya. A ver si hay algo más por aquí para descubrir. Quizá con la llave.
I'll never get it open barehanded.
Ah, mira, pues vamos a probar a forzar la cerradura. Si tenemos la habilidad.
There we are.
Vale. Nada por el suelo. Unas esposas, unos grilletes más bien. Aquí tenemos otra moneda, parece. No, fragmento de ámbar. Acabas de encontrar un fragmento de ámbar. Cada vez que reúnas 4 aumentará tu nivel máximo de puntos de esfuerzo en 1. Ok.
A fragment of
Muy bien.
amber.
Vale. Barril.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels.
Examina el barril.
What have we here? It's cannon powder. The powder's wet. Not surprising, given the dampness of the dog. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste.
Vale. Jalea real.
This looks like a pistol case.
Y la funda vacía de una...
I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves.
Vale,
Really
pues
find you, dear Mother, and quickly too.
parece que por aquí ya hemos acabado. Así pues, vamos a dirigirnos hacia la mansión. ¿Cómo busca más pistas? A ver. Entiendo. Aquí ya conseguimos todo. Me gustaría saber qué son esos puntos que aparecen ahí abajo a la izquierda en la pantalla. Si lo sabéis, dejádmelo en los comentarios.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Vaya casita.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Louis de Richet, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontaciones. Durante una confrontación deberás avanzar por las distintas fases mientras tratas de ser más persuasivo posible. Las confrontaciones tendrán consecuencias en el resto de la historia, así que no dudes en usar tus habilidades. Vamos allá, a ver.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Te vas a dar una cara. Vale, llegó hace un par de semanas.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
La iglesia con secretillos, qué raro para variar, ¿verdad?
It's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Seguramente esto no le guste, pero vamos a tirar por
Be
ahí.
it mother or myself, our motto has always been discretion in all things, and to promise to never betray a word of honor. Was your secret safe with Mother? It will be even more so with me.
You have convinced me. The mystery with which your mother manages her business proves that she carries your motto close to her heart. Your words seem sincere, my son.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Ay, madre mía, no podemos jugar con esto, así que...
Listen, you have nothing to fear. I will give your letter to my mother the moment I find her.
The moment you find her? You mean Sarah has gone missing?
Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Let's not exaggerate, Your Eminence. I have no other information at this time. It's probably nothing.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Confrontación, última fase. En la última fase de una confrontación, deberás convencer a tu interlocutor dando una respuesta positiva. Si te equivocas, la fase se repetirá hasta que des la respuesta correcta o no te queden más traspiés. ¿Vale? Y no podemos jugar con esto. No podemos jugar con esto. Yo creo que igual es esto, pero en fin, vamos a ver.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Richet. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, Hundreds of men the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priest's safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Elementos ocultos. Encontrarás numerosas pistas y objetos ocultos. Puede que algunos afecten en gran medida el desarrollo de tu aventura. ¿A qué esperas para encontrarlos? Objeto añadido, carta Piaggi. Inventario. Una carta sellada que ya me entregó Piaggi dirigida a Louis de Richet. Ya decidiré cuando esté en la habitación. O sea que ahora nos toca investigar y hablar un poquito con la gente. Vale. Entiendo que esto igual es para salir, ¿no?
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Mira, los cuadros son cuadros famosos por lo que veo. Saturno devorando a su hijo.
God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Mapa de Europa. Vale. Esto puede que fuese Caravaggio.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down out of humility.
O igual le estoy patinando mucho. Si hay algún experto en arte, que me disculpe. Vale, por aquí hay gente con la que hablar. Entonces vamos a explorar primero por aquí arriba. A ver si... No nos dejan. Vale, pues vamos a ir hacia este lado. La verdad que el apartado técnico es brutal. Edipo ciego. Y la caída de los condenados de Rubens. Vale, ¿qué tenemos aquí? Abrojo. El abrojo te proporciona el estado exaltado y se mostrará temporalmente las inmunidades y las vulnerabilidades que afectan a tus elecciones durante una conversación. No puedes llevar más de 5 encima. Vale. Jalea real, elixir dorado, abrojo y agua del Carmen. Por aquí tampoco podemos salir. Y supongo que por aquí tampoco nos dejan subir, efectivamente. Con lo cual, aquí tampoco hay nada. Aquí hay otro mapa y tampoco podremos hacer absolutamente nada. Vale, pues vamos a ver primero cositas por aquí.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch. A biography of the great men. Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
Vale, somos como Doraemon. Todo palpeto, peto mágico y
I
pa'lante.
thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
Casi es mejor decirle sobre la madre porque tenemos al cura delante, o sea que...
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Vamos a inventarnos una excusa.
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
Two members of the same
Ay,
family.
Dios mío. Igual esto nos cuesta caro.
You know what they say, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Luego de diálogo. Cuando se agote el tiempo, selecciona automáticamente una respuesta.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Hemos venido a saber sobre nuestra madre, entonces vamos a
See what
centrarnos.
Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking, but I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very... Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
Vale, aquí no podemos utilizar nada. O sea que... ¿De qué hablaron la última vez que la vio? Los misterios que nos
My mother has
rodean.
always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again.
Sale en la quema de brujas.
People that horsemen cannot ride around without heads.
Eso es una referencia a Sleepy
What was
Hollow.
it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Creo que el resto de miembros de la orden están al corriente. ¿Y si madre hubiese abandonado la isla? Vamos a poner.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Hay que fiarse lo justo y necesario.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal, but I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
The statue is impressive, and so are the paintings. Rubens, the Caravage, Guignero. Lord Mortimer has very good taste, and the means to express it.
Oh, I see our young sir is a connoisseur.
Yes, in my spare time. Yet, I couldn't tell you who the artist of that painting there is. I think I recognize a theme, but the style intrigues me.
Saturn devouring his son. Oh, well, you wouldn't know. And the artist is none other than Lord Mortimer. I thought for a long time that the painting wasn't finished, but my old friend assured me it was. Still, there's no accounting for taste.
Not very conventional, but it sure does hold your attention.
You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Es una lástima, me quedaban cositas por investigar.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh, man. It's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
Vale, ¿me dejarán ir abajo? No. Pues vamos a ver si podemos saquear algo por aquí. Otra puñetera moneda, qué raro. Vale, ¿qué tenemos aquí? Duquesa Emily Hillsborough. Vale. Besant, otra moneda de colección, vale.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Manuel Godoy. Vale, y esta parece que es la nuestra.
That's me.
Efectivamente. Vale, vamos a pegar una vuelta rápida antes para ver. Vale, tenemos el cura la nuestra. Otra monedita. ¿Esto qué es? A ver. Jalea real, vale. Ahí no hay nada. ¿Y esta cajita se podrá coger algo? No. Otra moneda. Las escogen bien, ¿eh? Vale, aquí tenemos George Washington. Vale. Y si no me equivoco, esto ya es la entrada, ¿verdad? ¿No? Vale. Por aquí no tenemos nada. Joder, para el casoplón. Y aquí está cerrado. Otra moneda. Vale, ahora sí que sí, hemos dado toda la vuelta. Así que vamos a nuestra habitación. ¿Y si no dimos toda la vuelta? Porque estoy viendo yo, esto no me suena. Esta casa es interminable. Ahora sí que sí, ¿no? O tiene más puñeteras escaleras.
Decorum guide.
Vale, normas de educación, inventario, esto es otro libro. Protocolo, vale, bien. ¿Y qué tenemos por aquí? Elixir dorado.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Vale, otro libro, que este libro... La enciclopedia. Tenéis de cero de Jan de Ron. Más un punto. Uf, este libro no se puede equipar. Reúne todos. Ese libro es interesante, la verdad. Da 3 puntines. Vale, y por aquí no tenemos nada más. Espero. O sea que no hemos dado la vuelta todavía a la casa. Madre de Dios. Napoleón Bonaparte. Quizá haya algo aquí en esta mesita. No hay nada. Vale, ahora sí que sí ya hemos dado toda la vuelta, ¿verdad? Esta es la de Emily. Efectivamente. Este el Godoy, aquí no tenemos nada. Y esta era nuestra habitación. Efectivo.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
No podemos abrir la carta sin romper el sello, así que de momento, como todavía podemos bastante investigar, vamos a dejarla sellada.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother.
Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Madre mía, para la habitación. Y más libros. Bueno, chicos y chicas, lo vamos a dejar por aquí. ¿Qué os está pareciendo? Dejadme en los comentarios si os está gustando el juego, si no, cositas que creéis que podría mejorar. Y lo retomaremos el próximo día. Chao, chao.